Good afternoon. I am Shephard. I am running for the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education. I am number 43 on the ballot. Thank you all for having me. And what he just said is one of the major reasons that I want to run for this position. It just breaks my heart to see so much criminal activities with our very young children. So that's why one of the reasons I'm running. But just a little bit about me. I received a bachelor's, a master's, and my plus 30 at LSU Shreveport. I received my educational specialist at LSU Baton Rouge. I am currently a retired teacher, but I am a lifetime educator for life. I retired after 26 years from teaching in Caddo. I got to work as my first love, which was teaching kindergarten. I taught that for 13 years. I became a reading specialist. And then I worked with boys and girls that were in need of some interventions. And following that, I worked like 7 years as a reading coach, where we ran the whole reading program for the pre-K through 5 school. So again, my passion is education. My goals are, but they're not limited to, universal pre-K, equitable and adequate funding for all schools, recruiting certified and qualified teachers, and of course, safe schools for our staff and our students. I believe that saying our children deserve the best because of their future, it should not just be a campaign slogan. We should make that the truth. My goals will be devoted to making sure that early childhood education is a non-negotiable item. Funding is equitable, and that school safety will matter. We need universal pre-K, and I believe as you were talking, I was thinking, we get these children at the very beginning, hopefully they won't end up in those predicaments. So research shows us that universal pre-K gives students a great foundation to begin on. They are they are less likely to repeat a grade in school, and they are more likely to graduate high school, leading to academic success. It also shows that access to an effective, diverse program breaks down structural barriers that have prevented children, especially children of color, and those children from disadvantaged families from reaching their potential. I thank you so much for your time. My name is Emma Shephard, number 43 on your ballot. I want to serve our children. Thank you.
Some information for Ms. Shephard with the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education, and just to keep within the format, I am going to ask you to keep your answers to 1.5 minutes. So the first question for you is, what's your stance on standardized testing?
And that was one of the things I wrote down on my note. I think that they should be limited because, and I was just talking to a teacher yesterday, and she said that she counted up, they spent 69 days preparing for a test. Those are days that no instruction is happening. And we've seen over and over again that a lot of the standardized tests, they are not where all students can be successful, especially students that are of color, or like I said earlier, from disadvantaged families. I'm not saying do away with standardized testing. I think we need to find a way where they actually fit and that they can help children to be successful. If they're not doing that, I don't see why we still have them.
Okay, thank you very much. And then the next question, and this particular one, how do you plan to engage parents more actively in their children's education?
thank you for that question. I think involving parents is so crucial. It almost should be like, you're a family. You, the parents, the children, and because it's important for children to know that, their best interest is at heart. So, what I would love to do is just talk to parents early. I think we should somehow figure out programs for especially young parents, because there's no textbook, on parenting. So I think that we have programs on where parents could get the information, where they know that it's important for children to be in preschool, because we've all heard that a child's brain development is developed by the time, 90% developed by the time they are 5 years old. So if they have sat at home and the parents that have no knowledge of what the child should be learning at this time, building that foundation so that they are prepared to enter kindergarten, first grade, ready to learn. And I just think it's important for us to collaborate together as parents and